Hi everyone, Dr. Dashke here, and I'm going to talk to you about one of the most important figures whose work helps other scholars understand how and why insiders experience the sacred and the profane in religious settings in the ways that they do. Mircea Eliade is a phenomenological historian of religion, meaning, as an outsider, he attempts to understand how insiders experience the sacred world within their worldview. Here is Eliade's definition of religion. Man becomes aware of the sacred because it manifests itself, shows itself as something wholly different from the profane. For the man of all pre-modern societies, the sacred is equivalent to a power and, in the last analysis, to reality. The sacred is saturated with being. I'm going to talk in a different video about religious experience and the sacred and delve into the meaning of those three words, power, reality, and being. But for now I want to talk about this first set of words, wholly different. Here's an example from the Bible's book of Ezekiel. I looked, and I saw a windstorm coming out of the north, an immense cloud with flashing lightning and surrounded by a brilliant light. The center of the fire looked like a glowing metal, and in the fire was what looked like 4 living creatures. In appearance their form was human, but each of them had 4 faces and 4 wings. Their legs were straight. Their feet were like those of a calf and gleamed like burnished bronze. Under their wings, on their 4 sides, they had human hands. All 4 of them had faces and wings, and the wings of one touched the wings of another. Each one went straight ahead. They did not turn as they moved. So this description represents a classic example of revelation. It is all meant to show something that is entirely not of this world. These creatures within a fire, 4 faces, 3 animals, 1 human, some combination of flesh and metal, with a kind of otherworldly way of moving. This is an experience of something wholly different than one you'd find in the ordinary world. Another example of the sacred bursting into the profane in a revelation can be found in a different part of the Hebrew Scriptures, Exodus 3, the vision of the burning bush. Now Moses was tending the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law. There the angel of the Lord appeared to him in flames of fire from within a bush. Moses saw that though the bush was on fire, it did not burn up. So Moses thought, I will go over and see this strange sight, why the bush does not burn up. When the Lord saw that he had gone over to look, God called to him from within the bush, Moses, Moses. And Moses said, Here I am. Do not come closer, God said. Take off your sandals, for the place where you are standing is holy ground. What makes this scene so strange, as Moses said? Well, most obviously, that the bush is on fire, but at the same time, it doesn't burn. It's impossible. That is, it's a paradox. It contradicts itself. And just to confirm that this is a manifestation of the sacred, God literally states that Moses is standing on holy ground. If you want to know why he has to take off his sandals, look for my video on Durkheim and sacred space. The sacred is paradoxical. The sacred and profane are qualitatively opposite from each other, which means it's impossible for the sacred to exist in the profane realm and vice versa. Ordinary language cannot describe the sacred. I like to say we do not speak God. We have to translate God into our own ordinary profane language, which means that something will be lost in translation. Language and imagery can play tricks and invoke ideas that are impossible. You can get language and images to do impossible things the way that reality cannot. Here's an example from the Hindu traditions, the Rig Veda, the hymn of creation. There was neither existence nor non-existence then. There was neither sky nor heaven beyond it. What covered it and where? What sheltered? Was there an abyss of water? There was neither death nor immortality. There was nothing telling night from day. The one breathed breathless, autonomously. There was nothing else. There was darkness concealed in darkness. All was water without shape. The one enclosed in nothing, emerged by the power of heat. We see here this very, very clear paradox that there was neither existence nor non-existence. What could that even look like? What would that even be? Something that has neither existence nor non-existence. That's when you know you're dealing with the realm of the sacred through paradox. There was neither death nor immortality. There was nothing telling night from day. There was darkness concealed in darkness. We notice how through language and imagery is quite easy to convey things that are impossible to be real. These are a few of the key things to know about Eliade and his ideas on the cosmic divide between sacred and profane, which is even the name of his classic study in religion where we find his definition of the sacred. Look for more on Eliade and the videos about sacred experience and sacred time, and look for another take on the sacred and the profane in my video on the French sociologist Émile Durkheim. Until next time,